Test. Cool. Morning, Joey. No, we're not full porting today. Did everyone read that chat that I sent in the Discord? Because that chat was a joke. I will not be full porting. Message me on Discord and I will enter you in the giveaway. Yo, President Trump is also. Today's gonna be a fun day, bro. Today's gonna be. Today's gonna be a fun day. Let's just say that. Today's gonna be fun. Yikes, man. Today's gonna be fun. You know, it's gonna be tough, but I'm excited to see what will unravel today. Yeah, today will be interesting, that's for sure. Between 6 or 7. Last trade? Last trade on TikTok was a loss. Last trade I took was in PM session. For the win. Yeah, I'm gonna trade. Are you genuinely going to try and trade this? Yeah. No, I'll execute my funded if it forms. Are you gonna do the 8 session account? Um, I I think so, but it's up to you guys when I can use that account in New York, and we can keep track of it together, or I can do it in Asia. And indicators, no. We'll cover buys. Don't worry. We'll cover buys at 925. Let's go 2 chains. Is there an activation fee on every alpha account or just one-time fee forever? Every single account. But if you get the zero account, then there's no activation fee. I don't get people are so against trading. Well, trading when there's a Fed speech can be very risky. Your hair goes fast, right? I gotta get a haircut, bro. It's been well this time it's been I think it's been 3 weeks. So I'm 1 week overdue. Insta told me that I can't watch your live stream. How does it feel knowing your student is snaking you? Why Insta's here? You guys are definitely in call together or something. Grow the hair out, but my hair grows. It'll grow like I don't want that. I switch from top set to alpha. Would you recommend zero account or normal? Get a standard account. You'll like it more, probably. Actually, get a zero account. Mhm. Is it gonna be a lot of wicks today? A lot can happen today. It can be sideways until the Fed speaks, and then a lot of volatility. It can be manipulative until the Fed speaks, and then the real run. Yeah, I'm from Ontario. Never believe what anyone says about you. Always verify. Sure. It's easier for me to get a payout to pass an eval. I mean, if you trade with alpha futures, I can definitely agree. Alpha future payouts are easy. The eval is the hard part. Even though their eval are like pretty easy. You just gotta have money for evals, to be honest. Where can I learn my protraction? On YouTube. You said your student said something? Oh, he was just making a joke. I know that guy. Surely taking a trade today is just gambling? Why would it be gambling? You watching UFC? I've seen every single UFC since I said I'm getting into the UFC. In fact, I've seen every single fight, even prelims. What's the protraction video called? I believe it's my Gems PO3 Mastery. Um Episode 3 or 4. Wait, UFC is today? UFC is today? UFC Shanghai's today? Or tomorrow? What does GEM stand for? It used to stand for Gaddy's Execution Morning Strategy, but I think that's pretty lame. So I think it's just calling it GEMS is better. What time is? There's no UFC today. It's tomorrow. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. tomorrow? Oh, brother, we are definitely not watching this. The first fight's at 3:30 a.m. in prelims. Oh hell nah, bro. Taking the Saturday off then, bro. In China, I don't give a shit, bro. How are you supposed to get people to watch this shit, man? 3 a.m. The hell I look like watching up for 3 a.m. prelims. All right, it's covered bias. Why gambling today? Who's your favorite fighter? Ooh, good question. Hmm. I want to say someone that I've actually watched so far. Like someone that I've actually watched. Not just someone I've seen clips of. Hmm. Hard to say. I haven't watched Tapuria live yet. Are you taking anything before 10? Unlikely, but possible. He could be fight, but I would probably pick him. No, I've never seen you. I only recently got into UFC. Anyway, let's focus up here. Got you, Dean. Powell, Trump, and Jackson Home all red folder today doesn't seem safe. It's not going to be an easy day. Why are you gambling today? Not gambling today. Simple answer. What strategy you use? My own strategy. Okay, let's talk about the game plan. First things first. We've taken out previous day's low. Here. We got the 15-minute CISD. Here. I'm expecting this low to be safe. And I'm expecting these highs to get taken. Pretty simple game plan. I don't really think anything is going to convince me of shorts. So we're going to sit here and look for longs. Targeting previous day's high. And best case scenario, the daily civvy here. And then Wednesday high. That's what we're going to look for. If we get a classic model, I may or may not take it. Depends how it forms. I say that because we have Fed chair speaking at 10. Usually when the Fed chair speaks, what you want to do is wait for him to speak. This is the easiest thing you can do. Because while he's speaking, you can see insane price jumps, like insane spikes. Depends on what he says. Now, if he's not talking about anything too important, maybe the first 2-3 minutes, okay, some volatility and then whatever, normal. But that's the game plan. Pretty simple. I think we have a pretty obvious draw. And we'll see how we do, man. If it starts looking really difficult, I mean, you just gotta be patient, take the right trade, take good setups. You can demand something A+ today. There's an hourly imbalance below that could give us a nice setup. Yeah, pretty simple game plan. So I wouldn't mind shorting to this low. I also wouldn't mind longing from it. We'll see what we get, whatever forms near A+. It's gonna be probably a while before volatility comes. We might have to, worst case, postpone the trading to like 10:30. If we don't get anything, in the morning session and we finish, I'll end stream at like 11. I'll probably just trade that lunch session after Trump speaks. Just makes the most sense. Yeah, I'll look for 1R in the PM as well. Though, damn, we might trade every session. I mean, we'll see. If we get something in the morning, I'll just call it. Keep it nice and simple. So, funded next. That's your 2 hour, buddy. I think I'm gonna do the partnership with Funded next. I'm gonna do a trial with them for like 1 month. If I like it, and they like it. The bias will be really clear once the Fed starts speaking, most likely. The issue is, they gave this to me for free, but they gave me a CFD CFD thing. I don't want a CFD thing. I want a futures thing. You guys want to see something cool about funded next? You can wait, no, not this. You can do look, you can get like points or something. Look. You can like do the you can like do this stuff and then you get points like a battle pass. Invite friends to Discord server 1500 blah blah blah. Anyway, and then what do you do with the points though? I don't know. You can probably do something with the points. Anyway, we'll see if I gotta get a futures account with them. So then obviously we can test it out. Otherwise, there's no point. Opening range gap low. Opening range gap high. Immediately fill that in. If this forms a fair value gap, that's first presentation. Clear as day. Whatever forms here, first presentation. I'm not going to annotate it because we can just use... don't want to annotate first presentation or org high and low. We'll see if it forms or not. We already tapped into the hourly? Yeah. That's that low we wanted. Speaking of that low we wanted, why isn't it marked out right now? Market just dumped. This isn't a dump, guys. Like the... You can trade the points for challenges? Yeah, that's what I think. Open up the TradeVate accounts. Open up Alpha Ticks. So 4 micros. So 4 micros, 4 accounts. That'd be 16 contracts. Okay. Okay. I wonder if we start getting bearish or not, but for now, we'll see. ES taking out 930 high. Thank you, trading into that. First presentation delivering lower. S&T, first presentation delivering lower. Looks like probably pretty sloppy open is what it looks like. Looks like we'll have a pretty sloppy open. S&T's still there, but and you know that's what you expect when you have speeches in the 10 a.m. So We'll see. Just watching first presentation print. I'd expect this low to get taken. So what I'd want to see right now is something like this, perhaps. Obviously, we're inside the hourly, but I want to see one more leg lower. Just a really clean move below. Maybe get even midnight. Best case scenario. The 1 minute chart. Okay, see all this back and forth? That's how you know we're probably going to wait till 10. You know? Pretty simple. But that's how you know. That is how you know. Probably take out the high there. There it is. Oh, no more S&T. I mean, look. I mean, this run could go all the way to previous day's high. It's possible. It's not really something I want to be interested in buying, but it's possible. You could do a trade like this. It's very, very possible. Put your stop at the low of first presentation. And very, very, very possible. But it's, again, not something I'm really wanting to trade. Well, we do probably get there. ES is pretty close, so. Maybe if we get a protraction model out of this somehow. There's no fair value gap though. But if this is our low of session, then maybe we can get a protraction model. Or it stays really sloppy. We'll see which one sort of pans out. There's a fair value gap on ES. That's really clear. You see us trading back into opening range gap high there. Bullish fair value gap on ES. Might stay a breakaway. ES might just go straight to previous day's high. 4 points away. It might just go straight there. There's a small 2-minute gap. Protraction could form from there, but we'll see. ES almost previous day high. Look at ES. Almost there. I'm gonna keep maybe chat open for this session. Let's answer some questions. Get some value out of this because we're probably gonna have to wait for the Fed chair to speak. ES or like, I mean, without question. I mean, unless we get like an A plus protraction model right now, we're probably gonna have to wait for the Fed chair to speak. I don't think we're gonna take this low unless Fed chair brings a lot of volatility. This could. So what can happen here? ES starts going sideways, NQ starts aggressively pumping. Right, that's your kind of six sister approach. So if we do get a nice protraction model here, like I wouldn't be opposed to it, but it might just go. It might just go. Yeah, everyone's looking at those highs, of course. This was a textbook buy, but it's just not a clean entry. Like, think about it. Even if we bought it here and put the stop, say here, it's still only like a 2 hour trade. I don't really like that. I don't really like that. A little protraction lesson. All you need, my brother. That's protraction. No institutional participant would buy this, brother. No institutional participant is on the 1 minute chart clicking buy right now. It'll be all algorithms. How do you usually trade where Powell speaks? Find a classic model before. If I don't get a classic model, wait for him to speak. This is NQ, yeah. Y'all haven't bought that on y'all already caught mine for the day. Nice, bro. Up 600 off the continuation. Nice. I meant to have an agent on us so we can anticipate New York. One trade today just caught that long. I mean, listen, you guys take into account what other people say too much. 700? Shit, well, you guys say we were getting a little bit 850. Yo, I got this like snack from Dubai. Bro, caramel, no, coffee crisp covered almonds, bro. Too good. What's up, Garrett? Old eye. What you mean old eye, bro? You closed your lungs? Nice. Sure. I mean, yeah, just closed. I'm telling you, they've been talking shit in the news. Makes market bullish. What is the financing company that you nominate me? I don't know what you're saying, bro. Hmm. Yeah, a lot of people took that long and they're done. Nice. If you're done, you're done. If you're done, you're done. Requested my payout and verify my identity today, but it hasn't come on my payout page yet. Alpha Futures? You talking about Alpha? This is the correct first presentation. Are you gonna enter sometime soon? If my model forms, right now it's just going up, unfortunately. Apex? Give Apex some time. They take some time. How come we don't take entries off FEGs? I don't like buying FEGs. I don't want to use limit orders. I'm sure there was a... No, there's nothing here for me. There was an entry, like I said. The one we tape read. And I said you could buy it like this. But I didn't like that. Because there was a decent chance it gets choppy. So I just didn't like that. But we'll see. I mean, we can still get a setup. Previous day's high still there. I have higher than previous day's high. I have daily Sibi hot low and Wednesday's high potential runs higher. I was gonna trade if it swept lows. It did sweep lows. It definitely did sweep lows. Okay, we're getting a retracement. So like if we get a OB here or an inversion, I'd probably take that if it's like tradable. Like that R, like if we get something like this, okay, that R is good enough for me to take it because I can like, take off a percentage here, secure one R, and then leave the rest. So we'll see. There has to be enough risk to reward where I can at least secure like a partial, and then like if we just get the OB, I can't really execute this order block. It's just not good enough. I mean, 1.2. Like I can take off 80%. So if we take 5 contracts, I can take off 4, my stop break even, and hope it runs. Sure. Maybe. If we get the OB. I would have really preferred the inversion. But, so what is that? 4 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute fair value gap. Let's just see. I don't know, it's going to be hard to take off 80%. It's probably going to be a 4 micro trade because it's a 40-point stop. 40 times 2, 80. 80 times 4 is 320. It could be a 3 micro trade, which means 12. Is there an inversion in there? Yeah, I mean, it could be an inversion. I doubt it's going to give us a good fill, though. Unless we can just inverse it from, like, here. Then I can put the stop, like, here. Now we can maybe even get 2R out of it. My entire strategy's on YouTube, if you want to learn. Up to you. So I'm watching this inversion. Thank you for your analysis. You don't use the power 3. I do use the power 3. If we can just get a nice closure on this inversion. It didn't close above. It's a 1 tick fair value gap, but it didn't close above. Good luck, guys. Love you, bro. You don't care about the SMT? No, I think it's going to go there. I mean, we might have to execute the order block, which I don't really like. But we can maybe finesse a one, like, we can finesse 3 contracts long, 2 partial here, and then just hope. And it's probably worth taking, because let's be honest, if we get the order block here, the probability that we run previous day's high is quite high probability. So I think it's worth a trade. If this candle trades a little bit lower and we get a decent fill, I'll buy it. Give me like a couple ticks lower. I guess I had one split second to buy it there. A little bit hesitant because of the current S&T here as well, but it'll probably get broken. Like this would have been a good time to limit order. I don't even know if I like this entry, if I'm being honest. Being a little patient. Just being a little patient right now. Bullish for value gap in there. If we start trading higher from that, I can buy that. A little bit extra confluence. So like, say we start trading here, we start wicking, trading above, I'll buy that. It doesn't look like it will though. So we'll probably wait for 10 a.m. If it doesn't form here, then it's 10 a.m. Okay, yeah, we wait. No problem. I have no problem waiting. In fact, I prefer waiting. Let's see what happens. There's going to be a big fair value gap that forms. Unless this starts to wick and close above here, I'll give it 1 minute. I'm really feeling good that we were patient there. Because that would suck right now. I trade my funded next today. They gave me a Forex account, so I mean I could trade that, but I'd rather not. How much should I risk on funded? That's not a question you should be asking somebody else. That is a question you need to answer for yourself, my brother. A little bit more of a significant retracement would be really nice. You're right, there's like double SMTs, but I'm still bullish. Doesn't really matter. My strategy's in a playlist on YouTube, yeah. Oh, with the funded? With the funded? I sure crypto, but they're aligned, of course, yeah. What do you mean below people want to trade something? Because so much why the first is big. Oh, yeah. Go to regular trading hours. You see how we took this opening price is above the liquidity pool? Single pass down. That's first. Then you can trust this as first presentation. You gonna trade today? Yeah. I mean, I'm here. You need my mentorship notes? They're in the Discord for free, bro. Yeah, looks like this will go lower, which is fine. Okay, so we're gonna wait for Powell to speak. Listen, it's always good to be really cautious before the Fed chair speech, anyways, right? So, how come you didn't execute? Was it luck? No, I just wasn't convinced at the time. That would be in 1 hour for me, Amir. I just passed my funding yesterday, so I'm trying to figure things out. I would start with little risk, brother. Literally, if it's your first ever funded, just risk 1 micro. Just take your first trade with 1 micro. Win, lose. The most important thing is you get used to losing. That's the most important thing. The reason I didn't take that setup because I mean it wasn't A plus, and if I'm gonna buy high of day when there's an SMT against me and the Fed chair speaks in 10 minutes, it better damn well be an A plus setup. You know, simple as that. So we wait. I am Muslim. Gotta take out the high anyways. The whole opening manipulation for Powell. I mean, it could be manipulation for Powell. I am personally still bullish though. That's what I did with the first presentation IFG. Yeah, that entry was not bad, but then again, like even if I took this trade, like I said, okay, so how much would we be? We'd be up maximum 1.45R. I don't really see anything here. ES takes previous day's high at 940, which means we'd have to take a partial right here. 940, that's right here. So I'm taking what? My first partial at like, even let's say maybe you waited for it to come down and then it closed bullish. Okay, you bought it here. You're still taking a partial at like, at least me personally. I'm taking a partial at 0.56R. Or I break even and pray. Either or. In this case, if I broke even and prayed, it would have worked out. It's just like, you get what I'm saying? There's not that much distance in this trade. Unless we went straight to previous day's high. But even if we went straight to previous day's high, it's still only 2R. So my best case scenario is 2R. Nah, it's not good enough. That's assuming no partials or anything. It's not worth the risk for me at that point. So that's why we didn't execute that classic model long. Now, if you're a person who maybe you bought the consequent encroachment here, maybe you had a really tight stop, like say you bought it, you know, you had a limit order here, stop loss there. I mean, still you'd have to partial under 1R, but then you could have fizzled out a, you know, this would be me breaking rules. This is my stop should not be there. Maybe you bought it here, put the stop there. Like, even that's not good. See, me, in my opinion, this is manipulation before Powell speaks. Oh my god, are we going to reach 1K viewers? That'd be crazy. In my opinion, this is a manipulation for Fed chair speech. Let's look at the stock market. Take a glance at the stock market. Yeah, I'm glad that we're being patient right now. I have no idea what's gonna happen at 10 a.m. But like I said, I think this is gonna be a fun, interesting section. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be live. I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens when the Fed chair speaks at Jackson's Hole Symposium. And then we have Trump at 12, although I won't be live for the 12 p.m. speech. We'll be here till like 11, so it'll be a fun session today. Shorting the news candle. If 10 a.m. itself shouldn't really do anything. If it does, it's BS, bro. Because the speech, I mean, should we open up the speech? Am I allowed to stream this? I don't think I'm allowed to stream it. But I can open it up on the side and tell you guys what's going on. Let me pull it up on my phone, actually. Boom, 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 boom. I can stream it on, but not for YouTube. YouTube, Bloomberg Live. Where to watch the speech? You can just go on YouTube. I mean, I hope so. I don't know. We'll see. All right, Fed chair in 1 minute. Live Fed chair, Jackson's Hole Symposium. Yo, this chat is crazy, bro. Fed chair Powell to address Jackson Hole. I mean, yo, they literally said yesterday, by the way, They literally said yesterday at yesterday at Jackson Hole Symposium that they're probably not gonna. No, that's BS. Did I not say this was manipulation for 10 a.m.? I called it, bro. I said this was manipulation for 10 a.m. This is BS right here. What you see this? This is BS. I don't even think the Fed chair speech started, bro. I don't even think the speech started. I'm happy we got some volatility back though. Oh, he hasn't even started speaking. Wait, has he? Did he say he's gonna cut the rate or something? Is this live? Big speech at Jackson Hole Symposium? He said something very. No, there's no way he said something at 10 a.m., bro. This is 200 points? Ah, we're back to April price action. Let's go. He said good morning? Okay, they're asking questions. Lots of blown accounts. I hope no one shorted this. That's such a classic manipulation move. Even you guys in chat, man. You guys in chat were like, bearish? Short? It's taking the lows? Relax. Guys talking about random stuff now, bro. Like how many people are on the Fed chair shit. You can watch it on YouTube. Just search up Fed chair speech. Um, Apex 90% discount soon. Oh, that would be nice. I'll try to get 5 more. I'm gonna check out my stock portfolio. I'm just gonna hope that it also responded like this. Oh, yes, sir, it did. How did everything go up right when he started at 10 a.m.? The whole stock market is green. Guys, I'm not even joking. The whole stock market was red. 1 minute ago, the entire stock market was red. The entire stock market. Nvidia was down. Palantir was down. All my investments were down on the day. And now everything is green. So everyone just bought everything at once? Bro, what did he even say, bro? I actually want to know what he said. Did anyone catch what he said? I got in at like 10. I literally joined the stream at 10 a.m. and he was not really talking about anything crazy. I don't think he's cutting the rates. He said good afternoon. We'll have a cut. He said we'll have a cut. The situation suggests downside risks to employments are rising. Bro, they literally said yesterday that they're probably not gonna cut it. He said he's gonna cut the rates? I mean, that's why I bought stocks this week, right? That was kind of the whole hope. I had a feeling, man. Like I'm telling you guys, I know you maybe you guys don't believe me, but this is literally why I bought stocks yesterday. Because I had a feeling that I just felt like everything was manipulated, you know? Can we trade now? Yeah, you can trade now. I like the daily SIBI highs and objective, but we have to find a model. I don't expect it to come back below here. Talking about tariffs and shit now. All-time highs today? Oh, no, 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 bro. But what I do know is I'm going to add a little bit of a position into my stocks. Not much more, but I'll buy some more. How many positions do I have already in this one? Because there is a decent chance here that we just get really bullish on the daily chart. And I'll take that chance. I'll take that chance. Oh shit, I already have 10 in this one. Sorry, gotta buy some stocks. Man, Interactive Brokers is, I don't care what anyone says, the cleanest platform known to man. It really is just the cleanest platform. I think we'll leave it at that. Nothing crazy. Because 10, 50, yeah, I don't need to buy more than that. All right. Let's see if we can get a setup. Long. I want to target the daily SIBI high. And I want to wait, we took Wednesday's high? Okay, we took Wednesday's high. Oh. Oh, we took everything already. Oh my days. ES might get a new all-time high today. It's literally right there. I expect ES to take all-time highs today. Now that it's in the scopes. Wealthsimple is pretty clean. I also have Wealthsimple. I use Wealthsimple for like their automated stuff though. Buy some like bonds and whatnot. Pretty interesting. Pretty fun. Like, see, that was fun. Maybe this is all manipulation for what Trump says. I don't know. That'd be funny as well. Boom, 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 boom. The account is glitched. I can't even. If something glitched on like Project X, they'll usually refund you if you lose. Powell's situation suggests downside risk to employment rising. So he's hinting at a cut. On a real note, is this tradable? It's tradable. So we look for a continuation long. What do we target? All-time high on ES. How much did Powell say? I swear he didn't even say that much, but I guess he did, bro. I don't know. Sometimes he doesn't say much and this happens, and they just use it as an excuse, you know? At the end of the day, listen, it's not Fed chair speaking that makes the market move. It's institutions buying and everyone buying and algo buying that makes the market move up. So, I don't know. Someone pumped a whole ton of longs, bro. You know? Jackson Hole manipulation, don't trade today. Yeah, man, you guys missed the trade that we caught. I mean, it was so obvious. I bought this candle, obviously the stop below, and we targeted the buy side. Yeah, done for the day. May not give us a setup. ES is the draw. ES all-time high is the draw. Well, the obvious buy right here, bro. Can't you see? Anyways, on a real note, 36 points on the S&P 500. That's 0.5%. That's the draw. You've been hitting Jeffy wrong. You bought the news? No, this is a joke. This is a joke. I would never do such a thing. Maybe on an eval, Apex. Got first take, then put break even after it flew. I mean, listen. Listen. This is a gamble. If you were in a long, 10 a.m., you got lucky. It's nothing besides luck. Unless you had some sort of fundamental analysis and you were able to anticipate something that the Fed chair being more bullish. He could have said something else. And it would have taken out everything. You know? What if he said, yeah, no, we're just gonna confirm what we said yesterday. No, no cut. Literally the day. I'm telling you guys. Everyone, listen to me right now. Listen to me right now. Yesterday at Jackson Hole Symposium, some lady was doing an interview, and she said, based on the information we have now, we're probably not gonna cut the rate. And just the way she was talking, it sounded so bait, bro. It sounded so bait. The thing is, rate can be. How can it be interpreted bullish? Bearish, Mike. We're looking for now. I want a protraction model long. Target all-time high on ES. That's what I want. Now here's a market maker. No, she capped, bro. We caught her in the lie. I mean, I don't know what the Fed chair said, but some people in chat are saying like he hinted at a rate cut. Everyone who's saying this is not first presentation, you need to go watch ICT again. Watch his video on first presentation. This is 100% the first presentation fair value gap. When it's clear as day like this is the one I use. And it's very obvious that this is the one. It opened right above that liquidity pool. Single pass down. It's the one today. You had a limit at 2, 3, 2, 4, 8. Yo, what? 2, 3, 2. It's not. I mean, if you say it's not, you simply didn't watch ICT. He said that the second candle cannot be the 9:30 a.m. candle. Like I said, if you guys are saying that the second candle cannot be 9:30, it means you have not watched ICT's video on first presentation for value gap. If you haven't watched the video, there's no point in sitting here arguing me. You haven't even watched the video. So go back, watch the video, listen closely to what he says. 9:31 should be the second candle. Like I said, bro, exactly after 9:31. Oh my god. If you haven't watched the video on first presentation, don't spend a minute arguing. You haven't even seen the video. You don't know. You are wrong. Hey, rage baiting? Maybe, bro. Maybe. Anyways. Doesn't matter. Uncle getting rage baited? Appreciate you for the heads up. Where's the video? On his YouTube channel. Is it boo-boo or doo-doo? I still think it'll go up, yeah. I think ES will reach all-time highs today. It's in the scopes. And I'm going to have to sit here and wait very nicely and calmly for a protraction model long. In fact, this would be one. Although this would be really aggressive. Really aggressive. But the market is really bullish. So I'm just, listen, I don't care that you're rage baiting, but now you're just giving out false information in my chat to a bunch of ICT traders, so I have to mute you, bro. That information is simply incorrect. It's not up for debate. Trump speaking later today as well at 24K today. Damn, that would be crazy. I think the main objective is all-time high for S&P, and then we take it from there. Can you repeat once again why first presentation? Yeah, see that I have no problem. I have no problem teaching. There's a specific scenario where you can use the 9:30 candle itself as the second candle for first presentation. One scenario that ICT outlined. Now to do some backtesting. If 9:30 opens, this is the opening price, above an RTH liquidity pool, which would be right here. That's criteria 1. And then criteria 2 has a single pass. What does single pass mean? Strong move like this. A single pass creates an imbalance. That's first presentation. You could long this, but that's like crazy. Like this is like an eval trade. I wouldn't take this. It's like an eval trade. Where can I find the video name? It's called like, I don't know, advanced first presentation or something. It was a recent one. It's not a hidden one. Usually it's a hidden one, but it's not a hidden one. That video on ICT's YouTube channel is called "2025 Lecture Series When 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time is First Presented FEG." That's where it is. This is a tape trade, by the way. We're not in this trade.
Taking your chart and logging that record because it needs to happen. Because you have A and you were playing these. Trading down into fraud, it draws down into that to buying into consequent approachment, which is midpoint, lower quadrant, and the low. Put that on. I just didn't want to have it on here because it's fair. What you got? Route trust.
Anyways. Yep, 48 minutes. Why would I take this? I mean, this is my model. It's just I would never take this. You think you can take the 10 a.m. candle low? Oh, no. It's not coming back here, brother. No. It would take a big driver to bring it back down like that. Take read. Again, what would we really be aiming for a trade like this? 2 standard deviations, perhaps. And then you can look for, like I said. So we're approaching all-time high on ES. Now we're only 22 points away. We can scan potential levels that we can buy from. 10-minute fair value gap's pretty clean. I like the 10-minute, I guess. If we can somehow, maybe like spend 10 minutes doing this. That. A big driver? Yeah, that would be a big driver. Someone said we need a big driver to reverse. I mean, I said we need a big driver to reverse. Yeah, you're right. If Trump says something at 12, like doubling tariffs again, market dumps. No, we didn't catch anything. It could retrace for sure. I mean, anything can happen, but general rule of thumb: if you can see all-time highs on your 1-minute chart, probably gonna get taken. I like the 10-minute here that's forming. I mean, there's definitely going to be people who short this. Weekly range is exhausted. I wouldn't say so. I personally wouldn't say so. Not on a week like this. If it was another week, yeah, for sure. If it was another week, this would have even been probably too much for it. But on a week like this, in my opinion, sky's the limit. Okay, 10-minute fair value gap. We'll see if we can get that. No, I'm not waiting until Trump. But if we don't get anything in the morning, then I'll trade after Trump. For NQ, I'm not. Yeah, I don't think NQ all-time highs. I think that's probably too out of reach. But I think ES, it's definitely possible. It's only 20 points from. It's only 20 points for ES. Like maybe not. Maybe not this like right now. This run right now. But I think today is possible. Yeah, closing price is also possible. It also depends what Trump. Like remember, we still have Trump speaking, right? So this is NQ 1 minute chart. How many firms? How many fins? How many fins? What do you mean how many fins? Trump speaks at 12, an hour 30, an hour 40 minutes. We're trading into that 10-minute BISI. How many wins do you trade to pass an eval? It depends. How many wins it takes. Best case scenario, 2 wins. How many cons? I think the way I'm going to start doing it is I'm going to go long with 2 minis. And if it starts going in my favor, just buy like another mini or 2. Or go long with 1 mini. It starts going in my favor, buy 2 more minis. You know? That way we can keep the risk relatively small, but also try to pass in like a 1 week. I don't know what Trump's talking about, but apparently it's important. Yeah, literally, Garrett. I was trying to. No, you're literally all thanks to you, Garrett. I think that's a really good strategy. Okay, we'll see if we can get along. Listen, brother, the fact that you have to keep repeating that you shorted it and you caught it from the daily civvy, listen, this is business, bro. If your model says short daily civvy, CE, and you did it and it worked out, nice, bro. That's really good for you. Disappointed from Bugatti. From last few days, you were marking out wrong first presentation, FEG, and day before yesterday, and day before that message at 9:30. No, it's different the last couple days. You need to go back and watch the stream specifically what I said. There was reasoning behind that. Finally, YM takes all-time high. The whole week, YM was the strongest asset, and Enki was the weakest. Pretty cool. Oh, nice. YM got all-time highs? How fun. When you started trading 2 years ago? 120 points? Brother, is your first winning trade, bro? How much did I risk on eval? That is not a question you should be asking somebody else. But if it was me, I'd recommend what's it called? Probably like 500. 500 is a solid number. I understand you're excited, brother, but you gotta stay composed. Is that your Supra? No, I don't have a Supra. That on the wall? That's just a picture of a car. Yeah, whatever you want, blood. Up to you, bro. Oh, I drive a Lexus. No cut. The cleanest long would probably be the inversion here. But part of me wants to wait till 10:30. So I hope it doesn't inverse yet. What do you suggest for someone who just started trading? Watch ICT core content months 1 to 4, and then watch 2022. What's up, Yoshi? Appreciate you, Amador. ITT core content, it's on YouTube. I did with Alpha and Apex, and I guess I might start with Funded next if they if we get this inversion along. Please don't go too far. Pretty good risk reward. 40-point stop, 80. 80 times 3 is 240. Yeah. Focus up here for a sec. So probably a 3 micro trade. This can tick down. Okay, I'm watching this print. I'm watching this print. Watching this print. All right, let's buy it there. Set the stop loss. I'm going to put a soft stop for now. But I want my stop here. So we'll just float it. And be a little patient. Record this. Like, I want to see if it reinverses. So we'll put a hard stop here in case something crazy happens. But if it reinverses, that's our real stop. So like, I'm looking at this red line. As a, oh, let me put this on my account. Almost forgot. That would have been bad. Damn, I got filled at 569 on my fund. 569. I got filled right here. And these candles are large. If we get stopped, it means we're probably gonna enter this 15-minute fair value gap, which is fine. I'll just long that instead. It's obviously still forming. It has 2 minutes left. But then I'll just take that instead at 10:30 power 3 idea. Trading back into the imbalance. I'll mark it out like this. We may terminate here. I'm really watching how this trades because we may have to terminate. Still fine for now. I'm hovering the close button in case we inverse this imbalance. If we get an OB here, I mean, I'm not going to add positions, but somebody could. That's obviously what I want to see right now, that OB form. I think we can put the stop at 519 now. Or we can put it here at 524. 525. See if we get this inversion as well. The issue is our stop loss right now is going to be this 15-minute fair value gap pretty much. So that better be a breakaway, otherwise we're going to get stopped out. And I'm willing to risk that, to be honest. It's not the end of the world. I am going to bring the stop here to 525. We may get wicked out. But like I said, it's either going to be a breakaway or it's not. And if it's a breakaway, if it's going to be a breakaway gap, that means it should trade higher right now. So listen to what I'm saying. If this 15-minute is going to be a breakaway gap, it should be going up only right now. So it makes sense I'm bringing the stop here. Pretty strong wick there. But see if we can come back. At least we managed to reduce our stop. So again, I want to see it close above here. It's the main thing I'm looking for. If we can get 0.45%. Like, if NASDAQ comes like here, that's like all-time high on ES. Like somewhere here. But I want to see it close above. If it doesn't close above, kind of a red flag. I mean, we did get the inversion, but we didn't get that closure above. I'm gonna bring the stop to 528. Just reduce my risk slightly. I'll put it on the body of that order block low. And we're gonna have to cover a partial here, just for risk purposes. Yeah. That'll be 120. Yeah, we'll just take a small partial there. I don't have to, obviously, but if I'm gonna be trading the high of day, like I want to definitely cover some risk. Still no closure above, so still no order block. Maybe here. This is kind of slow though. So I'm a little bit skeptical. It's going to come back into the 15, but who cares? I'm going to bring the stop to 540. It'll cover mean threshold. And it'll cover this fair value gap that got reclaimed, the low of it. I'm literally just looking to reduce my risk any way that I can that makes sense. A lot more comfortable holding this trade with less risk, obviously. So 539. I'll explain why. Reclaim the BISI. Low of it. Low of it's actually 541. But I'll give it this candle at 539.75. And this order block covers mean threshold. All right. A little bit easier to hold this trade now that we've somewhat reduced our risk. Not seeing the speed that I was expecting, but we'll see. 10:30. If we can get a first partial here, that would be nice. It would be wonderful. Not because it's just to reduce my risk again. And then it'll be really easy to hold the trade if we can get a first partial. 35.70, 140, and the first partial around 140. So getting a partial here will put us like pretty much break even on the day, assuming this one comes back and stops us. But normally I don't do limit order partials, but we'll just throw this up here. I like this -1 right here, 644. Maybe we can snipe 644. That'd be nice. Changing the colors because I'm bored. I mean, we got the 5-minute order block. What's the body there? 539. Yeah, I like my stop where it's at. If we can just snipe that first partial. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I have to partial 4 contracts here because it's 4 contracts. So I'll put the limit at 6. I think that's how it's done. Yeah. All right, we'll see if we can book that first partial. It would be nice. It's kind of like slow grinding. The reason I don't like this slow grinding up is because to me, I feel like a really large candle is coming. And hopefully that candle is higher. Could partial 2 and then leave runners. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna partial 2 and leave a runner. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. So I'm trying to snipe the -1 standard deviations, but if we get above this high on either, I will look to take a partial. The thing is, so in terms of percentage gain, like say we get here, then we get all-time high on ES, that's 0.35. So if we get here, 0.35 would be a runner like all the way to 716, 83 points. So what did I say? 735. It would be somewhere there. Like somewhere there. See how slow this is? Like, ah man, like it should be going fast right now. Like it takes this long to move this much is not a good sign. Especially when we moved down, like we moved down 53 points in 2 minutes. And then we took like 12 minutes and this is all we 11 minutes and this is all we've managed to do. What are we, lazy? Like, let's pick it up here. Put some pep in your step. Look at ES. Looks weird. Wick, 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 wick. Anyways, pretty solid trade. Reduced our risk. Yeah, not much more to say than that. Scan time frames here. I don't think there's anything significant. 5-minute OB, like we said. It formed. Took out the 10-minute high. 15-minute. Getting there. Hourly still expanding. Approaching 1050 macro. Hopefully this doesn't get delayed. I am a little bit skeptical in the fact that if it starts coming down, like I said, that 15-minute fair value gap. Here is the 15-minute fair value gap low. Which is kind of, I wouldn't say scary, but a negative confluence to this trade. Turning back into that OB. But if price does come back here, so let's say price does something like this, you know, okay, then we just take this and this happens. Like obviously if we're wrong, whatever, it stops us, then I don't care. But if it comes down here and gives us another entry, we'll just enter here. You know, no biggie. There's not really any fair value gaps that were left behind, so we're kind of just moving down. Nothing significant. Maybe the OB, small 1 tick fair value gap there or something. I believe, yeah, small 1 tick fair value gap there. Oh, Making my way downtown, walking fast, but I'm up now. No. I have to make sure that when we get above this hot, that I can partial and not just force the -1 standard deviations. Because this is like the reason this limit is here in case this just snipes it. You know, I want to have an order there in case it snipes it and wicks or something. Would that be a protraction model that I want to bring my stop to? That looks like a 3-minute fair value gap, 1-minute OB. I think it is. 578. I like 578 bringing the stop to 578 there, to be honest. But let's see if we can book that partial first. We got really close on the S&P. Wow, that's moves really getting overlapped like that. Unfortunate. Ideally, we see speed, right? There isn't really any fair value gap. I'm scanning the time frames. There's nothing really to retrace for. And this isn't really a protraction model because it didn't invalidate the fair value gap here. Didn't take out any lows. So let's just wait. Oh. 9 minutes, 8 minutes until the macro. It's quite a bit of time. It's getting a little bit choppy. You can see the overlap. Up, down, up, down. Now starting to trade up. Might fall back down. What's YM doing? Ah, YM's taking higher highs. I see. YM definitely the leader today. We know that much. If I were up, I feel to die. You will hour 1,000 miles. Getting real choppy in here now. We left really nice equal highs. I do see a narrative where they leave equal highs, 15-minute gap, and then run it in lunch. But I still think the probability is in our favor. So I'm willing to hold on to this for now. For now. Hopefully that's not an ego thing and it's actually the logical decision. If ES takes it, I'm not messing around. I'm taking the partial. Let me make that very clear. We're just going to have to be quick with it because we don't want our limit order to get hit. We say we take a partial, then our limit order gets hit, then we get filled in as short. Yeah, that's not what we want to do. All right, next candle. Make it easy on me. Just go. It's right there on the S&P. Not even. It's literally 1 point. So if we could just 1 point. Someone buy Warren Buffett. If you know I'm on 1,000 miles, that be it. I gotta stay focused here because we take the partial. I don't want to be late if ES hits that alert. Oh, 1 tick. All right, there. Move that limit order. Sell 8. Move that limit order. All right, I think everything went through the way I wanted it to. Okay, nice. Now, we have 1 contract running for all-time high in the scopes. I'm going to bring the stop here, and I view this as a bullish order block. So stop. It should go to the low there. At what is that? 578.25. So right where I put it. There's an SMT here, by the way. That's why I'm partialing. And I don't mess around with that. See if we can break that SMT. That's what I would want to see. Let me move my stop, which is only. So yeah, I mean we've secured some profit on the day. I think we secured over 1R with that partial. No. Yes. So we'll see. And then we leave the rest running. And I'm hoping we just get really bullish all of a sudden and we run to all-time highs. If not, well, I'll take the small trade. It wasn't an easy day to begin with, so the fact we even caught anything was already a blessing. Count your blessings. See this fair value gap? Don't want to see it get inversed. Yeah, I mean 586. If 586 gets traded to, we're probably done though anyways. That candle with no low. Part of me wants to leave a runner. Part of me wants to just close it if we get above this high. For now, we'll let it run because we could get really bullish. If all-time high in the scope, we can get really bullish. But I am ready to close at any given moment's time. Like if I start seeing like anything telling me to close, I probably will just terminate. Because I have no problem terminating it all at this level. Already starting to move lower, but I'll give it a chance. I mean, worst case, we get stopped in profit. Like, who cares? It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Pretty significant though. 150 bucks. And you know I'm 1,000. It would be so nice if we just sniped it. Like if we just all the way. We are looking for kind of a. It is a stretch. Like I'm gonna be honest, it is a stretch. You let me in. Like, hear me out. Resistance turns support. Are we in or are we out? Who's with me? Low, high, lower low, higher high, premium breaker. I don't know. I like to stop at 594. And I think we leave it there. 59375. And I think that I can comfortably hold SL or TP. Because at least it locks in around 20-ish points. Yeah, I think this might be done. But we'll see. I mean, we have the fair value gap here. We worked this hard just to get above the high that got put in at 1016. It's kind of lame, if you ask me. Kind of lame. Yeah, when we have the fair value gap here, our stop covers the low of it pretty much. So let's see if we can continue continue higher from that imbalance. If this low was protected, we'd respect the OTE of this range most likely. So there's discount. If we get an order block here, which is what I'd want to see, I could bring the stop down to 607, and that would be really nice. 608.25. 607.75. We've done the hard part today. Will I trade Trump? I think I'd rather be as an observer, but I think I will trade PM. Looking for 1 hour model. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta go buy some running shoes because I have an event tomorrow. Some like cool obstacle course or something. Uh, getting tired. Final contract. Aiming for a big TP. Looks like it might get us out here. And that's okay. I want to make sure this goes through on my actual accounts. I'm still inside the fair value gap. Is there like a 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute? Nah, not really there. It probably will stop us. I don't know. Maybe it's 50-50. It doesn't look 50-50 anymore. Still alive for now. Got real close there. We didn't inverse the fair value gap. It's a good sign. But we are trading pretty far down into it. So we'll see. We're gonna need one. We're gonna need a candle that's sent from above here. This would be legendary if we managed to get from here to all-time highs on ES. That would be a legendary run. I don't think it'll happen because ES didn't even touch a bullish fair value gap. But wouldn't that just be amazing? Okay, we're probably gonna get out here. Am I tripping? Like, what's going on here? 0.75. We should get out here. Because it inversed. If we don't get stopped out here, it's 100% pure luck. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm obviously not gonna close it. But if we don't get stopped out, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. This is what we call luck. Because the probabilities were against us after this inversed. Is there something on ES? No, yeah, no, it's just just got lucky. Anyways, yeah, obviously we inversed this fair value gap. Now trading back above it. It's not luck, but it's luck. Like, it should have stopped us out. More times than not, it would have stopped us out. But I'm not complaining. We can now bring the stop up to 594. I guess if you want to be precise. Save an extra 0.75. I am going to save an extra 0.75. I want to be very precise. So here we are. potentially making a run above this short-term high. We did respect the OTE. If you want to be that guy, the OTE trader. Part of me wants to just take it off above this high. Part of me wants to leave it running for all-time highs. How close are we? Above this high here, 0.31%. It's 716. It would be a -1 fib extension. I let chat decide. Might be the dumbest thing ever. I'll probably let it run, but there's an SMT here now, so SMT going into lunch. Don't really like that. Let's move the stop up to 599. The bottom of this fair value gap. I'm tempted to simply close the trade here, but let's give it a second. I see the bullish fair value gap there. Doesn't make any sense to close after seeing a bullish fair value gap. If we can move higher now, I'm confident holding for that. Let me fix my stop here. What's the stop? 599. I mean, if we get stopped at 599, I'm totally fine with that. That books an extra 25 points. What's chat saying? Haven't seen chat in a while. Most chats you reach from YouTube or not TikTok? Fuck, why did I end the recording? I'm so stupid. That was a misclick. How do you know what all-time highs? I'm just measuring the percentage gain from the high. You look for ATM model on Fridays? I always look for ATM model on PM session. Will you teach your son how to trade if he wants to? Hopefully he does. I read usually YouTube chat more than TikTok, but when I'm in a trade, when I'm looking to trade, I usually don't read chat. I'm trying to stay as focused as I possibly can be. And that means not reading chat. But now it's like, it's pretty much not much you can do now, right? Like there's not much thinking involved. What do you learn from Silver Bullet? Where do you learn Silver Bullet or ATM strategy for PM session? Where do I learn it? I learned the concepts from ICT. I made the model myself. Will you trade when Trump speaks? No. Where do you learn? Yeah. Will you teach your daughter how to swim? I'm not the best swimmer, but probably take her to lessons from like a really good person. What's your run rate? Also, do you have video on your strategy? Yes. Everything's on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna now bring the stop to 606.5. We haven't formed the order block yet, but if we don't form it, I don't want to be in the trade anyways. So we probably get stopped here, but I've been saying that the entire time, and we still haven't been stopped somehow. So we'll see. We'll see. Got my second payout with your skill set. Keep going, brother. Thank you. Where can I learn the protraction model? Show me on your YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. Go to playlists and watch the Gems Power of 3 series. Another day, another negative RR. This is a negative RR. Got edge from the 2-minute OB. Not sure what you mean. And we are out. Close all limit orders. How do I close? Cancel offers? Cancel all? Okay, we shouldn't have any more orders. Solid. So, unfortunately, we didn't get that big of a run, but we managed to trade pretty well. We were prepared in case we did get a big run. We may get a big run, but it's not something I'll be looking to capture anymore. I don't think so. So I will close this. I almost forgot to close the limit, and the next day waking up, my account's gone. I have also made that mistake. Um, and I don't want to make it again. So always remember to close your orders. Got my second payout. Yeah, nice, bro. Well, I don't think we need a trade recap. Pretty simple. We just retraced, took the inversion. Could have got a better fill, but I take my fill here. Covered the high, and that's it. Pretty simple stuff. Do you have a higher time frame analysis framework? Yeah. If you made an extra $50 every week from Forex, what would you do with it first? Reinvest it and start making $100 per week. Do you have an high? Yeah, I do. If I'm willing to trade on an eval, I'm usually willing to put real money on it too. When you backtest, you also use. Yep, I use both charts when I backtest. Very crucial. I always use both charts. You're gonna continue trading? We'll probably take another trade today, but not right now. No. Powell said good morning today instead of hello everyone. We knew to be bullish. Would a tight stop loss before news be worth the risk? That is something you have to find out in backtest, my brother. Like you're basically saying, how often can news just open and pump one direction? Trump Gamble live account? No, thank you, brother. Any chance short to 15-minute FEG? That is not something I would look to do. I don't trade retracement trades. NFP type of move? Yeah. I wonder if we'll get all-time high on ES. Let's check the stock portfolio. As a new trader, should I consider passing zero eval in one trade? No. You shouldn't. Would you ever be open to trading IPOS? I don't know what that is. Will you trade Trump speech? No. I'll be a speculator in Trump speech, maybe paper trade it. Oh, damn, we're up 1.5% today. Oh, IBKR is so clean, bro. I swear it's so clean. Mm. Cool. We're up like 1%. Yeah, I've been in Chipotle for a while. You think it will touch 15-minute FEG? No, like I said, we took that whole trade expecting it to be a breakaway. I mean, it would be a high probability gamble. SMC with ES and had a 5-minute CSD, CSD going back into the count already. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm confused what you're talking about. Did anyone figure out what the end of the result of Powell's speech was? I'm sure they posted something about it in NASDAQ. Let's see. Really? Auto insurance? That's all they have to say? Look at Palantir leading the boys. Leading the boys. Look at Hood and Palantir leading the boys. We went up because SMT. That has to be rage bait, bro. These SMT traders, man. It's a good thing to see the stocks that I picked have the largest percentage gain as of right now. But it's just one day, so who knows? Talking about a trade with a tight stop loss before 10 a.m. news. Yeah, you could. Make sure the news is really, really volatile, though. Don't do it with, like, PMI or something. Because PMI usually goes both ways. It's not a significant one. But on a day like this, yeah, it's probably going to send it, right? It's a Fed chair. We went up because of the fib level. Did we really just get wicked out on the low that got formed here? Hmm. Kind of unfortunate. But it is what it is. You think we'll have volume after this? What does that even mean? Even though we went up here, we probably fizzled out before Trump. Got stopped out on every account except one. Damn, do you think news will make it go up or down? You mean when Trump starts to speak? Hard to say. Yeah, it depends what he says. I'm gonna be honest. Not so much depends what he says. Depends how, I don't know, the institutions view what he says. Um, Listen, I'm gonna be honest. This probably was the best trade of the day, 937. But this was probably the second best trade of the day, and I'm glad I didn't hesitate. I'm glad I didn't panic sell when this came against us. Just stay calm, sell the PD raise, let them navigate. And yeah, I mean, listen, we didn't make a whole lot, but when you're copy trading a couple accounts, it adds up. It adds up. So we'll take it. It didn't end up being a crazy win, but we'll definitely not complain. Definitely will not complain. Let's put this in the Discord journal. Friday, August 22nd, AM session. I'll journal it as a partial win because it wasn't really a real win. Protraction model long. M10 M10 BISI, M1 IFPG, all-time high on ES DOL. Result, partial win. Notes. Really good. Patience, conviction, and management. Maybe you should have closed it all at the highs, but but hard to say in the moment. Not much else I can really say about that trade. Anything significant? No, that's it. So we'll take it. Just glad I stayed composed. Glad I stayed composed despite original drawdown. Hindsight, could have closed it all at the highs, but hard to say in the moment. We'll take it. I mean, I won't complain. I mean, we got like, I don't know, 1 point something R there. If we come back in the PM, can get another 1R. Well, that'd be great, right? So from here to here, it's 0.32. From here to here, 0.24. I don't know. ES getting close to all-time highs. It's going to be somewhere here for NQ. We'll see what happens. When does Trump speak? Speaks at 12. You ever trade normal Forex pairs like EU? No. I love how you take journals. I always journal. I mean, that's the journal for the Discord. I have a personal journal as well. What do you think about 930 Judas Swing concept? It plays really well with my 930 Power of 3 model. Do you have a video on your strategy or is there just ICT videos? My entire strategy. From literally the morning I wake up. From the morning I wake up. You know what, boo boo doo boo? I feel like you're being genuine and not rage baiting. So why don't we sit here? Actually, no, I'm not allowed to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to send you the link to the video. You can watch it if you want. This one right here. This one right here. 2025 NQ review when 9:30 a.m. ET is first presented FEG. You hear that? When 9:30 a.m. first presented FEG. Let me say it one more time. 9:30 a.m. is first presented FEG. One more time, just for shits and giggles. 9:30 a.m. ET is first presented FEG. We took one trade. Didn't end up being the greatest risk reward, but I'll take it. We had runners and it didn't hit. Bro thinks it's doing something. Did you win the trade? We won. Partial win. Nothing crazy. I cashed the whole pile of news today. Nice, I guess. Drop a morning routine or a day in the life. Brother, I do the same thing every single day. Unfortunately, we did kind of get stopped out like right there. It's starting to look like it'll probably make it to all-time high on ES. Probably going to sell all my stocks end of August. I don't think it'll move sideways. I think it'll slowly grind up. You want to take a reversal after ES? Oh, no. Brother, there's no such thing as swept all-time highs. Just remember that, alright? You don't sweep all-time highs. I mean, think about it. Let's just think about it logically. We're at the highest price point we've ever been. How can someone be bearish? It's not. It's just not. There's nothing bearish about reaching the highest price point that we've ever reached. That is probably the most bullish indication. Now, whether it continues higher or not is a different story. But you can't say the market's bearish, you know? There is nothing bearish about this. You have to make sure that you're actually bearish and not just wanting it to be bearish, you know? Yes, if it reverses from all-time highs, you'll have the reversal of a lifetime. But if you were to look for a reversal off all-time highs every time, you would lose drastically a lot more than you win. You think Trump will have good price action? It'll probably be very volatile. Look in your general chat. What do you use for copy trading? I use AlphaTix and Tradeovate. And just you, Ross? Got you. I'm gonna just send you a message. Giveaway. Just so I remember. Shout out Gatie for the journal. Yeah, it is a nice journal. Did you take a trade today? Nice. I like this. Trade breakdown. Oh, using one of my old ones. So you've been journaling then, because this is one of my old ones. Nice. There's so many concepts I wish I could like teach, but it's just like too much. I CBA. I CBA, to be honest. Um, why y'all wasting time looking at the chart? Genuinely such a slow question. Just ignore him, bro. People are full-time rage baiters nowadays. I miss the old generation, bro. Do you know anyone think about products like copy trading between different prop firms? I think you can with TradeSyncer, but I'm not sure. You taking anything today? I don't know. Let's take a guess together. I did. I took one trade. Probably like 1.25R. We never caught the runner, so. But that was a part of the game plan, you know. I said I want to secure 1R and then hope for a runner, and I said it would be a runner of hopes and dreams. And to be honest, maybe we did get stopped prematurely at 602, but you think Trump speech will make some big move? Yeah, I do. I think it can make a really big move. What do you call someone who's really good at rage baiting? Um, I don't know. Hot tub? Someone said the masturbator. That's fucking hilarious. Liquidity seen and order block seen. All I see is consolidation, bro. Rage bait test. I'm pretty good at getting rage baited, but I don't think I'm that bad compared to most. Rage bait final boss. I don't see many rage baiters on YouTube. It's usually like one or two a stream. On TikTok, it's like 50 to 60%. You're trying to short back to discount? No. Never my kind of trade ever. I don't see rage baiters on YouTube. Yeah, it's pretty rare, but they do come. Trust me, they do come. The YouTube rage baiters are on a different level because they're rage baiting out of like ego. Is it worth to trade Trump speech? If you didn't catch anything today and you're trading prop firms, I probably would trade the Trump speech. Wait for him to take the podium now. Where would discount be? So when you're, I'll give you guys some sauce. You need to know what range we're working in. So you need to understand what low, in this case, because we're looking for a discount, what low is not likely to be taken. You have to understand. Think about this. Is this low likely to be taken? We could take out this low, right? Why can we take out this low? Because we've taken out a lot of buy side, and that low is a 15-minute CIBI. So when I'm marking out the discount, I wouldn't use a range like this. Now you could, if you made an argument that, listen, this 60-minute is probably going to remain a breakaway gap, like stay open until we reach all-time highs. Okay, that narrative kind of makes sense. So in which case, where's discount? Right here. So if this is your, like this. So if this is your discount, what level can you aim for? This low right here, 1033. Why this one? Because that's your first discount array. Now, I used to trade like this. I used to do this. But I don't anymore. I don't anymore. Because I don't like taking retracement trades. Because think about it. I'm bullish. If I'm bullish, do I want to see retracements back into discount? Only if I haven't taken an entry. Like, that's the only time. Otherwise, I want to see everything stay super bullish. So, if I'm bullish, why would I... Like, for example, we're not retracing into discount. We're just remaining bullish. Okay, that's good. Imagine you're in a long. Isn't that what you'd want to see? But for some reason, when you're not in a long, everyone has no problem when price gives you a deep retracement. Like, so I have 350k zero account and use alpha ticks. How can I copy trade them with my fund index futures rapid accounts considering that leader is 50k alpha? Trade Sinker. I'm double check with them, but I'm pretty sure you can do that. How much Jay made today? I'm gonna assume you mean you. I'm gonna assume you mean on my prop firm accounts because we didn't trade a live account. I don't know. I can check. We copy traded 5 Apex accounts and we made around 250 on each of them. So you can do the math. The YouTube big bidders take the time out of their day to come in here to do them. Motherfuckers dedicated. Yeah, real. But the moment price is a premium, longing out premium. Yeah. What's your question? When to long off premium? Is that what your question is? I'm not in a trade right now, no. You long in premium when the draw liquidity is so obvious that we should speed up towards the draw, not have a deep retracement. That's when you long premium. That's when I long premium. And to be honest, I usually have success. Not always. It's not ideal, but you know. Or you wait for some sort of short-term discount. For example, where's 1030? Oh, 1030 just opened and pumped, huh? That's funny. But like for example, 11 a.m. or say 11:30 lunch, right? 11:30 lunch opens up. You get something like this. Just a little small one. Maybe takes out this low, whatever. That's still pretty significant, you know? Like it's not a discount. You're still buying below 11 a.m. open, which is, you know, what I call short-term discount. Um, it's not a discount on the session, but it's a short-term discount for the next hour, you know? So it's a little bit of a confluence. That's why I say I can genuinely trade every single hour um, after 9:30. even before 9:30. But am I gonna trade Trump's speech? Nah, I don't think so. I feel like I want to enjoy the day off. We got up to 900 viewers today, I think. Like 950. We almost got to 1,000. I don't think we did. Did you trade? Yeah, we took one trade. So the win streak has been extended to 2. See if we can keep that going. Do you think the market is going to keep going up for the rest of the day? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it depends what Trump says. Trump could genuinely say something that undoes this entire move. That would be kind of nuts, right? Wouldn't it be? Copy trade on meta. If Trump talks probably about the rate cuts, could be. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if I had to try to predict, I would assume bullish. Because, look, there's a time and place where this can be a manipulation for the next event. I don't think this is that time or place. I think it's possible. It is possible. Because we've seen what Trump can do. We've seen what Trump tweets can do. I've seen Trump tweet and the market dumps like 400 points in 3 minutes off a freaking tweet. He's about to have a speech. Completely different story. Um, so it's hard to say. But I will say, to me, the only reason this would come lower is if people start panic selling. And I don't think that's going to start happening. So unless he says something outrageous, something along the lines of, I'm tripling tariffs, or something along the lines of, I will, like you said, I will never trade with China. Even that might not be enough. Like the only way this reverses is if he says, like I said, something truly, truly outrageous. And I personally don't see that happening. In fact, I would assume he says something that improves the volatility. A lot of the time, we put tops in August. This is December, but like, where's August? Like here. See? 2024 August, we usually put a top. Following August, right now, we usually put a top. August here. Oh, that's that one. Let me just go to the weekly chart, make this simple. A lot of time in history, we put a top in August. Top in August. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why we frequently put tops in August. Here's August. Here's August. Like, it's almost always August. Why do we often put tops in August? Because September is usually one of the worst months. Top in August. Top in August. Top in August. Top in July, but pretty close in August. Top in December, but August is close. And top in August. Because September is one of the worst months. A lot of the time this repeats. August is bullish. September is hella bearish. You know? Not hella bearish, but September is historically one of the worst performing months of the Nasdaq and the S&P. So, well, yeah. That's it. That's all I gotta say. If Trump, he can be... I mean, it is Trump. He definitely can say something outrageous. And that would, honestly, would be kind of outrageous if this all dumped. Would I be mad? Would I panic sell my stocks? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You think it'll be wicking news or one-way news? I don't think it'll be wicking news, but it could be like, bam, 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 bam. You know? Possible. Depends what he said. Maybe he just says, I think we should ban pencils. No one gives a shit, right? Good question. The narrative I had going into it was the market goes down, Fed cuts rate, and then the market starts moving higher going into Q4. That was the narrative I had. So we'll see, man. I don't know. I think September's gonna go lower. It's pretty rare that September trades higher. What is bad about September fake house consolidation? Like, what is bad about it? There's nothing bad about it. It's just usually one of the. When I said worst performing months, I don't mean like bad price action. I meant usually it goes lower. Usually September is bearish. Let's look at the last couple Septembers. This September was bullish. 2024. I mean, it came all the way. It came down. Like, it moved down 6% from its open and then moved 3% up. I would still argue that's a pretty bad September compared to these other months. Here, September down. Here, September down. Here, September down. Here, September down. So pretty much every single September, 2020 and after, has been pretty somewhat bearish. I'm not saying this September will be bearish. I'm just saying we are likely to move down. So August goes up, September goes down. Probability speaking, if you're using seasonal tendencies, yes. But don't let that be your bias. Let that be the cherry on top, you know? Too slow, Poundly Foul got grip and does what is the right thing. I don't know, but I'll probably watch it. I guess it'll be interesting. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. 11:30. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna stay really slow because Trump speaks at 12. So I wouldn't trade until after. I appreciate you guys coming through. We had a pretty good trading week. We took 2 losses on stream yesterday. Took 1 win on PM yesterday. 1 win today. Recouped the losses plus a little bit. Besides that, we took 3 wins before that. So overall in the week, we are 5-2. So pretty solid. Which months have the worst PA? Usually August is one of the worst. December is pretty bad. July, August, December, I'd say, are probably the worst because vacations and holidays and summer. I appreciate you guys coming through. I'm going to head out. This is NASDAQ. Pretty good day. I mean, it was fun. It was fun to see the price pump. I will see you guys live on Monday. I will probably trade PM session if I think I can squeeze out a 1 risk to reward. If I see this going into PM, I probably assume the day is done. But if I see some sort of movement like this, I'll look for 1R. And until next time, Monday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Take care.